How to get better at FIFA 23 is probably one of the most asked questions. I think every single FIFA, not just this FIFA. So in this video, I'm going to be doing my best job to answer that. So let's pretty much get right into it. I've got a few tips first of all, just to do with your team, and then we are going to be getting into some gameplay tips. And we do also have some advice from a pro player, top 100 player. So I'm going to be passing over what he has told me. So if we actually take a look here, this is the team that I've literally just built now. So we're going to be testing out some gameplay as well. But I think it's important to have a good bench. So I think the best way I like to do it is just to have a variation of players. So for example, a striker first. One player I do actually recommend is going to be Nunez. I really like Darwin Nunez or Nunez, and he is very, very good. Do I have his gold card or did I put him into an SBC? Oh no, might have put him into an SBC, but we'll just put his ones to watch there for now. He's been really, really good for me. He is with a Hawk chem style, I'm pretty sure lengthy. Whether or not chem style is coming off the bench, you maybe still could. But then if we take a look at someone in the midfield, I don't have too many players. A lot of the players in my club I'm already using in my starting 11. Fofana is actually someone I do enjoy, so I think he's lengthy, so we can put him in here. But obviously, if you've got, for example, this card here or Gosens, if they aren't in your starting 11, I think they are great super subs. Also, Danjuma, I think a lot of you guys may have completed their SBCs. You can go ahead and throw them in here. And then we do have those the Dutch cards. I think I might put one of those on the bench. Here we go. Oh, Gakpo. Yeah, we can throw in Gakpo here. Actually, Gakpo is quite nice to come off the bench, and then I'll put in maybe this guy. So this is what I would have, and then you can also have sort of like the rest bronze players. Some people believe in this. This is a little bit superstitious, but this could potentially get you more wins. If you do have a bronze bench, maybe the matchmaking is going to be easier. We're going to be trying absolutely everything in this video to try and get you more wins. So if you want to maybe try this out, comment down below if the matchmaking does get easier or not. But now, I just want to mention as well, it's a skill to be good at FIFA the same way where you can't just straight away for exams. You have to prepare for exams over time. You can't just suddenly overnight become really good at it. So same thing with FIFA. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of practice. But hopefully applying these things overnight, it can genuinely improve your gameplay if you are actively trying to improve and you're willing to be patient. So let's get straight into the gameplay. Now we've gone into Arena here to test some of the things that Jamie, who is the pro player, he ranked 21st in Europe last year on FIFA 22, I believe, just to test out a couple of things that he has recommended. So the first thing is the brand new skill move. If you know how to do the normal heel to heel, it's quite simple. Just the right analog stick to the right and then back. Now, if you do that holding L1, it is going to make it much more controlled. So that's just a little bit of a skill move. If you guys go ahead and perform that, it is quite nice in game. It makes it a lot more controlled. So I would recommend it. It is quite nice, and once you get used to it, it can become very, very useful for sure. Now I've switched to Cristiano Ronaldo to try out the outside of the foot shot. So the outside of the foot shot. So if you hold L2, you can go ahead and perform the outside of the foot shot. Now you'll probably see your opponent against you. You can use it really, really well. So if you hold L2 here, you can see, I feel like it works perfectly from there. So if we go from here downwards, I think maybe on the stronger foot, I don't know exactly what it is, but when you perform it from that sort of angle, it works really, really nicely. So you can perform it usually every single time. I think you need the trait. So Cristiano Ronaldo's obviously got the trait. See, from that angle, it just looks a little bit weird. But when he's down here and doing it, it feels much better. You can sort of imagine how it's going to work. It just feels right when you're doing it. And it's sort of because it adds like curve, it adds like curl onto the ball, so the goalkeeper pretty much avoids it. If you do a normal shot from down here, the goalkeeper is likely to get a hand on it. I think that was an outside of the foot shot, but I didn't trigger that. Sometimes they do it automatically, but if you go ahead and trigger it, then it should increase the chance of it going in. And once you get really, really good at it, I feel like it is quite overpowered now for sure, and you should be able to use it even from here. It doesn't have to be from that angle only. If you approach the ball correctly, if you run at it, run at it correctly, then you can pretty much do it from many different positions. And it's quite overpowered, just like the finesse shot was in past years. This year, it's sort of like the outside the foot shot. So use L2, make sure your player's got the trait, and that is definitely quite an overpowered tip to keep in mind. Tactics and obviously your in-game formation is a very, very big part of it as well. So if you actually go ahead and set mine up quickly, it's a brand new squad that I've just created. So 4-2-2 is what I've been going with, and it works very nicely. I think a lot of pro players have also said 4-2-2 or 4-3-1-2. I think a lot of the central formations with 2 strikers, I think, works quite nicely. So this is what I'm going to go with. Dumfries is the weakest player in here. I've got him mainly just for the chemistry. I think I'll play him this way around. I'm not too sure. But this is the new French Cam. I don't know how you pronounce his name. But then I've got Ben Yedder and Danjuma up front. Very nice. Kessie. So instructions, I usually just go stay back. I'm not saying these are the best tactics. This is just what I use. I'm constantly trying to improve as well. But this is what I've been finding useful for now. So cover center, cut passing lanes. I think that's usually what I go for. I think free roam is usually the best free roam. I usually leave them on basic. And then here I usually get in behind. Not on both of them, but I think on each of them. I think stay forward because you don't really want them coming back anyways. So yeah, even I'm not sure. Stay forward maybe on the cams, but then here usually I just go for I think balanced is usually the best. If you want to go a little bit wider, I think this is what I usually do. And then I think balanced, again, some people do forward runs. I'm going to go with balanced. This is very important. Whatever you do, you need to make sure corners you put down to 2 and free kicks you put down to 2. Otherwise, you're probably going to get caught on the counter attack. But then that is quite good. And then the rest I leave like this. Now, some general tips that we do have from Jamie is be patient with the attack. I feel like from kickoff, a lot of the time, I go ahead and just try and rush things. I just give the ball away to my opponent. The kickoff glitch, sometimes it can work, I guess, if you have sort of like a lengthy player. But a lot of the time, it's not going to work. So try and just control the ball. Don't just give it away right at the start. And then that's probably the best way to actually get yourself going. So this is an attack right now. Oh, Danjuma didn't manage to score there. This is live gameplay, guys. I'm playing right now. It's not like an over recording. Just wanted to speak a little bit, but Jamie said be patient. That is one of the things. He did also say that crossing does work. So keep that in mind when you're attacking and also defending. Don't be afraid to cross, because obviously a lot of us are used to just passing normally, but crossing is also quite good. Now, some defending tips that I have sort of from past years, as I'm trying to defend the ball here, which I concede a goal, brilliant. Sometimes you're just going to get BS. I don't know whether that or not that was BS, but sometimes there's just things that you cannot really defend. So try and just keep your cool. There's no point in getting just ridiculously angry. We do have the expected goals feature this year, so that can be quite revealing sometimes. It might reveal to you that your opponent shouldn't have got some goals, or maybe even shows that you shouldn't have got some goals. But just, it happens both sides equally most of the time to you and your opponent. So just play with it. Don't get annoyed, because if you lose your head, then that can literally it can literally ruin the whole game for you, even though you still had a chance at it. So make sure you definitely keep your cool. Now, penalties has always been something that I've been quite weak at, but I think I now know how to score, hopefully. So Ben Yedder's got 95 penalties. I'm going to add 2 to 3 bars of power there, so you can see just in between, and that is much better. Usually when I just did 1 bar, it would actually sort of like chip it, and that was super annoying. So this time we did actually go ahead and get that done. So penalties, when you do get a penalty, you want to try and make sure you score it. So I think what works for me is 2 to 3 bars of power. Try and obviously green time it circle, and then just choose which corner, or it's just a mind game, I guess, if you want to go middle. Left usually works, but it's a penalty, guys. Just pick wherever you want. But yeah, 2 to 3 bars of power, and try and make sure your conversion on penalties is quite high. Right, as I start the second half here, I just wanted to give some closing thoughts on defending. as my opponent starts attacking. Interceptions have been really good for me this year. So players like Kessie, I quite like jockeying and trying to predict where my opponent's going to go. I've won the ball many times. Jockeying is using L2 or LT on Xbox, and it's really nice. I've actually intercepted lots of different balls, and it's been quite useful. But I think also with defending, make sure you don't drag out any defenders. I'll try and show you what I mean by that. But also you don't want to you don't want to make sure that your opponent's just got some easy through balls. You do need to try and manually cover them this year. So yeah, and also obviously don't give away silly things in defense. That's something I need to improve on. So in situations like that, I need to try and find the safe pass. That is something I'm working on personally myself. Let's see if we can get a goal here. Very nice, we do indeed. In attacking, just want to add, you don't need to try and sweat it this year. If I did try and sweat it or try and cross it or do something different, I feel like that doesn't usually work. I think EA just wants you to shoot and get it over and done with, and it usually rewards you with a goal. Can we get another goal here in quick succession? Nah, maybe there we should have passed, or yeah, it was a bit too far away. But angles like that, I feel like EA, from the sides, EA's definitely been giving out lots of goals in that way. But if you can also defend when defend with your CDMs, try not to run out at your attacker. They're just those sort of small things like that. And like I did mention, it is going to be something, it's a skill, something you need to practice. You're not going to get good at FIFA overnight. I've been playing FIFA for many years, and still I'm going to make just silly mistakes. So definitely just try and constantly improve. Try and be better each weekend league. Maybe aim to, I don't know, maybe increase by one game. Or a nice measurement that I try and do is, as long as I feel like sometimes obviously your opponents are going to be better than you, but try and avoid losing games which you feel like you should have won. That is something that I try and aim for every single weekend league. So maybe set yourself some sort of goal like that. And also, if you guys didn't know already, as we scored quite a nice goal there, Sunday evenings, you're probably going to get matched up against easier opponents. And also, you might find that you get some more free wins, just people trying to finish for champions, and they're just giving out free wins. So maybe Sunday evenings could be a good time to play for you. I do think if you're trying to play it all on Friday, that is something that is quite difficult. Friday, a lot of try-hard players do play, so you do need to be very careful. But that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys did find it at least somewhat useful. And let me know down in the comments below if this video has helped, and if you want to leave any tips as well of your own down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you